Thanks for joining us tonight. North Yorkshire Police are investigating several racist incidents in connection with coronavirus. It was confirmed last Friday that 2 people had tested positive for the virus in York. One was a student in the city.
Since then, of course, it's emerged the University of York is also looking into reports of abuse against staff and students. And it's come to light that Chinese people in Selby and Sheffield have been singled out for abuse. Well, Ian White is in York for us tonight. Ian, the authorities are taking this very seriously, aren't they?
They certainly are, Harry. In fact, North Yorkshire Police have tonight said that they've received 4 complaints about coronavirus-related abuse so far. But it's feared, of course, that that could be the tip of the iceberg, with a lot of cases not actually being reported. Now, some people from the Chinese community have told us today that they're feeling socially isolated, with people crossing to the other side of the street when they walk past, perhaps not sitting next to them on public transport or at the doctor's surgery. The University of York, meanwhile, says it will not tolerate whatsoever any racial abuse of anybody, and it will clamp down really hard on anyone found to be responsible for perhaps posting comments online which are racist and offensive. It's not just students, of course, who've been affected, as I've been finding out in Selby today.
British-born Chinese model Chunkit Pan shows me where he was racially abused in the street. He and his family are well known in Selby, but since the coronavirus outbreak, they've become easy targets for people with racist views.
My dad, he just went to the doctor's just for a random appointment, and he was just waiting in the waiting area, and this guy just walks into the waiting area. He looks at my dad, and he's like, "Oh, I ain't sitting really near that chink over there. He's got coronavirus, probably, as well." So it's pretty much the same thing that people have said on the street to me. But it's like the fact that, yeah, even though he's in the doctor's doesn't mean he has coronavirus. He might just have a little flu, might have a headache, you never know. Don't judge a book by its cover.
In fact, all over Yorkshire, there's evidence emerging that Chinese people are being singled out for abuse. One community worker in Sheffield says she's had contact from many students.
And I had a report sent to me on Thursday evening about a girl walking down West Street wearing a mask that was insulted, nudged, and comments made to her about why she was wearing a mask.
At the weekend, it was confirmed a student at York University and one of their relatives had tested positive for coronavirus. The student newspaper says anonymous racist comments have been appearing online.
This is one of the things where they're saying that the university sits and twiddles their thumbs, apparently happy to let the Chinese swarm over here and kill us. What we have seen a lot of is sort of passive tension between some people who will decide they're not going to sit next to a Chinese student on a bus, or they'll walk to the other side of the road, which is particularly nasty and entirely unnecessary and quite bigoted.
University of York management say they're supporting Chinese students who may be worried and won't put up with any form of racism.
I absolutely deplore the idea that you can use an anonymous platform to air views that are frankly racist in their tone and are causing real anxiety. We will not tolerate that. We have regulations in place. We are consulting with North Yorkshire Police. This is not going to be tolerated, and I would urge anyone who thinks this kind of behaviour is going to be ignored by the university to seriously think again, because we will take it seriously. We are taking it seriously.
While some people in and around York University remain concerned, it's very much business as usual here tonight.
And the message from North Yorkshire Police tonight is very simple, that if you have been the victim of racial abuse, then you should report it to them. Now, meanwhile, as you may have seen on the national news today, a new case of coronavirus has been confirmed in the UK, bringing the total to 3. That's believed to have been diagnosed in the Brighton area. And a suspected case on Hull Road in York that was being investigated yesterday has actually tested negative. So that's some good news for York tonight. Anyone worried, of course, or who's feeling ill is told to contact their GP. That's it from York for the moment.
Ian, thank you very much indeed.